I do recommend doing, and what a lot of people do, no, nah, come on John, it's pretty funny. How are we all going today? Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we are back out here at Kentland, but I'm going to be talking about this. Ooh, probably shouldn't have saw that. Anyway, this guy here, as you guys know, I do obviously use the new GoPro chest mount, and to be honest with you, it probably seems like it's a pretty straightforward thing to do, but it's honestly not. And if you don't know what you're doing with these things, you can get a lot of shit footage. I definitely have. But yeah, so I'm just gonna give my couple tips and tricks on how to get the best out of this guy when mountain bike riding, because I don't really feel like that video is out there on YouTube, and I struggled with it. So if I'm struggling with it, maybe one of you are. And yeah, so let's just dive into what I think you need to do to get the best out of one of these guys. So tip number one with these guys is to have this thing as tight as freaking possible, almost to the point where it is like a sports bra, and it's almost sort of suffocating you. One thing I did find when I didn't have this tight, and obviously I'll show footage in between me talking about these things, is that this thing can tend to shake quite a lot. And then if you're not using a GoPro with inbuilt stabilization, so from the 5 and below, you are gonna get an extreme amount of extra shake just purely from the chest mount itself shaking. With the 7 and upwards, obviously I don't have an 8, but the 7 did struggle quite a fair bit when I did have this quite loose. So my first tip for the chest mount is to have this thing as tight as possible. You do have things up the top that you can tighten, and then things on the side as well. So just pretty much strain yourself as best you can. Obviously don't go too crazy that you actually fucking start to hurt, but like tight as possible will ensure that the chest mount stays nice and firm on your chest, and then the camera won't shake. And now, as you can see, I do have the camera set upright. You might think that's what you want to do, but when you are mountain bike riding in particular, you do need to keep in mind, your fucking lenses fell out. You do need to keep in mind that you do spend a lot of your time low on the bike. So having the camera like this and having it face upwards, you can sometimes tend to be over the front of your handlebars. And as I've also done previously, is get a lot of footage of my knees and the pedals, which is good for maybe a couple seconds, but not for your whole ride, especially when you're aiming to get, you know, where you're going, and maybe if you are following someone. So what I do recommend doing, and what a lot of people do, no, nah, come on John, it's pretty funny, is actually put the GoPro upside down. Now, with that, your GoPro is now shooting from a lower angle, and it's going to be pointing upwards. What I do like to also try to do, I haven't done on this mount yet, but is leave a bit of a mark on the angle on your actual, your mount, I guess you could say. If you draw yourself a straight line, so then everything lines up on your the mount and then the GoPro case. So you always know where that perfect line is. So you obviously can just, you know, in and out of using the camera, you can just click it back in, or whenever you are swapping it back over to find your fucking, I don't know, find the perfect angle to get the best fucking shot. There you fucking go. What you can also do if you are riding with someone, always ride with a friend, unless you have no friends. And if that's the case, hi, me and John will come ride with you guys. We have each other, I guess. Yeah. But another thing you can always do is pretend you are on the bike, and then, you know, line yourself up with a friend like so, and then like see if it's plumb and nice. You know, you can get a bit of a preview of what the angle is going to be like. I'm really enjoying having you here film this. This is a whole new dynamic to the channel. Oh yeah. This is fantastic stuff, guys. But yeah, you do get this new, you can obviously still side it up with your friend or your partner, whoever you do choose to ride with, just so you can get the most banger clips, because that's what we're out here trying to do, and that's what we're trying to achieve. But yeah, so that's pretty much the GoPro chest strap. Keep it tight. Keep your GoPro upside down. Oh, and thirdly, this is going to be a camera thing itself. So inside the actual settings of your camera, shoot as wide as you possibly can. I do think that every single GoPro does have a super view. So that is like your fishbowl type, not fishbowl, that's like your fisheye type lens. It's just gonna help you, especially if you do bump your camera a little bit and the angle sort of does change. If you are shooting super wide, you still are going to be able to capture everything really, really nicely. And yeah, I guess that's it for me, guys. Besides that, if this video is helpful, share it to a friend. If you are a biker and you're like, holy fuck, I don't know how to use a chest mount like I was for the first bazillion videos that I made, and I was like, oh, why is this so shit? Hyper Smooth isn't working. And I was like, I didn't have the brain capacity to think that the chest strap wasn't tight enough. Show them this video, you know, give it to a friend, get out there, ride your bikes, have fun, pat puppies, and I'll, maybe like and subscribe, I don't know, that's something else. But yeah, get out there, have fun, see you later, bye.